Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's me, so I'm either going to be reviewing another ridiculously big playset or it's Blokees time. So today's delivery is from AliExpress and it is the new trio that has been released by Blokees in the classic class line from Transformers 1. Shockwave, Soundwave and Ironhide. Yeah, not much else to say. These are quite a fast delivery from AliExpress, really. However, it genuinely does look like they've been through the trash compactor. Genuinely. But yeah, there's no airs and graces. They chuck it on the back of the plane. Next thing you know, it's at Costa del Willis. So what are we building tonight? Are we going to do Shockwave, Ironhide or Soundwave? I reckon we do Soundwave first because I like the colour blue. Blue is my colour. Well, blue and white, to be fair. Shattered glass Soundwave. Let's get it out of the cellophane. So the last few Blokees that I have had, I resisted the temptation to build them during the video, because I thought it was pretty boring. It's a bit like watching someone build a Lego, isn't it? It's the fact that where's the fun in it if you're not doing it? But due to the success that Paul's video had, where he was building the latest shinies in the Blocky range, if you haven't seen that video, by all means check it out. Don't check it out now. Watch this one, then watch that one. I thought, do you know what? Rather than seeing my mug and then me going, this is the box, this is the bot, look how it compares to all the rest, I thought maybe we'll do a little bit of building this time. So just taking a look at the box, very similar to everybody, all of the other characters so far. Holographic nature on the box gives you an idea of who we've got. Soundwave. It'd be weird if there was someone else on there, wouldn't it? Some Chinese writing, but you know, I'm not fully lingual. I say fully, not at all, to be fair. Looks like it perhaps comes with a different head, which is different to the last wave where they were coming with smaller alt modes. We had Megatron's tank and Elita 1's bike. That would have been nice to see him continue with that. But Blokees is ever changing, ever evolving. So they decided not to. So let's get in. I will not be building this blind like Paul was. I will be using the instructions because the classic ones are a little bit more involved. Give it a box. They're a little bit more involved and they need the instructions, if I'm honest. Instructions how to replace the battery. The classic glass lines do have some light up eyes and chest pieces, LEDs, such like. The batteries last forever, so I don't need to worry about that. Numerous bags and Blokees instruction booklet. Very similar to all the rest. Highlights perfectly what you need to do. I think with the fact that there's so many sprues and like all of they don't do like sprue 1 is the arm, sprue 2 is the left leg. It's kind of a bit of a mixture, probably by colour sensibly. I mean, they're the experts, what do I know? However, it's a bit of a faff, which is why you need the instruction booklet, if I'm honest. So we're going to have the instruction booklet up the back, providing a backdrop, and then we're going to work out where we're going to go from here. So we're going to go left to right, and bit of luck, these guys will be as detailed as the others, so we'll take a look at the detail as we go through. Time of recording this, it is the Wednesday before the Easter bank holiday, which is a thing in the UK. If you're watching in other regions, hopefully it's a thing for you too. I mean, I like to not limit myself to a bank holiday to be able to eat chocolate. I'm not a massive fan of chocolate, if I'm honest. I only really eat white chocolate. Don't ask me why. Just don't like the flavour. So C2, let's see. So we're going to do the head. So first of all, we want C2 6 and C1 3. So case in point already. Need to open up another bag. Yeah, so it's Easter bank holiday in the weekend. This weekend in the UK. If you've got a bank holiday or some time off work or doing whatever you're doing, hopefully you've got some nice plans. The weather's meant to be reasonably solid in the UK. I need to get out in the garden because I'm a middle-aged man and that's what middle-aged men do on a bank holiday weekend. But I have neglected it, and now the weather's starting to get a bit better. I need to get out and quite a cool little grill. Are we going to focus? No, we're going to focus on my fingers. Okay, so we've got the grill. Now we need the yellow lighter. I mean, look, I wouldn't be blaming you if you fast forward to the end and actually dwell on the bit that you wanted to see in the first place, which is the completed bot. But I've got to build it, so why not build it? In fact, there's 3. I feel like this could be a trilogy, like a modern day Star Wars without the action or enjoyment. These are the fiddly bits. So you don't get this with a classic class. And Paul's hands are bigger than mine as well. Oh, come on. It'll be a snug fit. I don't know how many more characters are going to do from this. They probably got all of the high command now. They've got Ironhide. I wonder if we'll see some of the other bots. We've got to see Jazz, haven't we? Jazz would be quite a cool one. B3. Where's B3? Where have you put B3? Of course, B3. It's in the only bag that I haven't opened. Why would it not be? Are you collecting Blokees? Seems like everybody's collecting Blokees. We're entering an era of non-transforming Transformers. Which, to be fair, might suit certain individuals. If you're, I've discussed it on the show to be fair, if you're one of these collectors, I apologise for the rustling of bags. Try and rustle a bag without making any noise, and let me know how you get on. So yeah, are you a fan of non-transforming Transformers? I mean, to be fair, unless you're a fiddler, here's the head. Can you tell what it is? Don't lose your head. Unless you are an individual that fiddles with the Transformers regularly, it could be that it works quite well. I know I tend to get a bot, fiddle with it for a bit, and it goes on the shelf. So why would you not have, one of these as an option? Right, we're going on to the right arm. So we're on A225. On A23. They come away from the sprue so well. A26. A26. Oh, well, that's a great start. It's already come off. So, is it in the bag? Is it in the bag? It's the downside. With it being used as a football, probably by members of the airline, customs, anybody else that gets hold of it. Probably like the probably like, was it 1988 with the Brazil football team where they're playing football in the airport. I imagine them using a Blokees box. Certainly if it's coming from AliExpress. C212. Yeah, so they come away from the sprue quite well. You don't even have to apply any I don't want to say heavy-handedness because it's plastic, but you do think sometimes it's like, oh no, I'm going to break it as I'm taking it off. It's not a challenge, but I would say it's next to impossible. However, if you do break it, don't come at me. You're probably just a lot stronger than me. So, how's your day been? How was work? Did you get that report done? Have you been busy? How did your Q1? How did your Q1 end? These are all things that I've got going on at the moment. Right, what are we here? B1? No, I want B14. B14. So this is a great example of the detail. Is this like his shoulder pad? Yeah, it's his shoulder pad. Little jazzy speaker. I need to get some music. Maybe I'll put some. Maybe I'll overlay some music on top of this. What kind of music should we have? I think it's. There you go. Wouldn't be the first time I've been putting a Blockee together. Ignore the instructions, because I am your typical individual that reads it once and goes, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing," and then puts an arm or a leg together using the wrong parts. That B7 Bosch. So it's already starting to come together quite nicely. Who's going to there? So there you go. Bosch shoulder. Happy days. Right, there's his. So it's his right arm, but you know they've used it as an umbrella. It's the whole arm. This is the shoulder. I'd like to have seen him call out the pieces of anatomy. He's a robot. He hasn't got any anatomy. 2, 1. By the way, if you're watching this video going, Blockies aren't for me, don't let me put you off them. They really are enjoyable, even if this video suggests otherwise. They're quite relaxing as well. If you watched Paul's video the other night, if you've had a busy day, getting yourself, see, doing it already, assuming I know what to do, I need to go to A219. I normally build these in silence or with like the radio on. So you can concentrate instead of me trying to fill the awkward silences on this video and talking to you and doing the wrong bloody thing. Yeah, but as I was saying, you know, the smaller Blockies, I think are really quite cool in terms of being so intuitive. You can just switch off and get them built. Let's get that in. It does favour the individual with strong fingers. I mean, I wouldn't say I've got particularly weak fingers, but some bits, because of how well made they are, they just take a little bit more encouragement, shall we say. Come on, get on. This is embarrassing, isn't it? It's like, yeah, Pete spent about 3 hours building a Blockee when 2 hours, 20 minutes of it was him trying to get the arm done. It's fine. Who's been your favourite character? Let us know in the comments. Or maybe you hate Blockies. I mean, hate's a very strong word. But, you know, maybe Blockies isn't your thing. And that's okay. But if it is, let us know in the comments. I bet I had it on the wrong way around. Come on, get in. For me, the standout so far has been Starscream, certainly in the classics line. Captured the, there you go. Captured, I had it the wrong way around. And that's the thing you'll notice. If you have it the wrong way around, it won't go on. But you'll learn. Yeah, for me, without shadow of a doubt, C1. Where's C1? No, C7. Yeah, usually helps if you can read as well. That's one of the biggest prerequisites. Not looking at one letter and seeing another. Starscream's been a real standout. Captured the on-screen character quite well. Can imagine hearing Steve Buscemi's voice. Now, where are the pegs? There you go. Slides in there. Come on, get in. Don't make me tell you again. if you are using leverage, make sure you support it well, because I'm not going to name any names, but somebody did break a peg. They know who they are. And obviously they are plastic, and you put your full weight through it when you're resting on the table. I mean, look, normal adults probably don't need to do that because they probably have a reasonable level of strength. Me, however, need to use as much leverage. Well, you know, when you're 6'4", you need to try and use as much leverage as you can. Right, he's got open hand. So one thing on the instructions is quite cool. Depending on if you have an open hand or a closed hand, they've got different, what would you call them? Fist mounts? Hand bits? I don't know. Whatever it is you would call them, it has them. So he's got an open hand, so it's B2. And I always stick them on the wrong way, bear with. Not today, Galvatron. That's Soundwave, isn't it? The communicate. What would have been quite nice, and I know it wasn't in the film, but it'd have been quite nice. They'd have given you like a laser beak or a. There's the arm, complete. Pop out. Let's see if the next one's quicker. Because look, let's be honest. You've probably got things to do. You can't sit and watch me build Blokees. Well, you can. Or maybe you can't. Maybe you can't. Maybe you got to get the kids' tea ready, or you got to go work, or you just simply got better things to do, like training for a half marathon. Which obviously I'm not doing. That could be the next challenge. Building a Blokees whilst running. We've seen people do juggling. We've seen people knit. Is this the next one? I mean, no. I mean, I couldn't do it. As you're probably experiencing during this video, I'm struggling building them when I'm sat still. Nah, I'm not struggling. Just taking my time, aren't I? Trying to make it really engaging for everybody. So what have we asked for in the comments so far? We've asked for in the comments, who's been your favourite Blokees? Classic Class, Shining Class, Galaxy Defenders, is that the name? I always think about the Men in Black song. Galaxy Defenders, here come the Blokees. Oh, come on, man. There you go. So this is the left arm or left shoulder that we're doing at the moment. I'm going to pick up the pace. So I'm not ignoring you. I know you're there. I know you're with me on this journey. I'm just conscious of the fact that my camera will only probably do a 3-hour video. And there's only one person that does 3-hour videos in there, Peter Jackson. But and that's not me comparing myself to the cinematic genius that is Peter Jackson. Could you imagine? Uproar. Transformer YouTuber thinks he's the new Peter Jackson. So not. Okay, let's get the rest of his arm together. So we want some C2 action. And C2 9 and 8. Oh. So, talk to me. I should have done this live. If I wanted people to talk to me, I should have done this live, because it's really hard when you're watching this, because let's be honest, no one's going to answer back. That'd be quite, that would be quite surprising if they did. So, I don't know if we'll do the next one live. I mean, we can do, can't we? I mean, look, let's be honest. You don't have to watch. I mean, I'd love it if you did. Just fast forward to the bit where... In fact, if you're just joining us, and I've done this same before. If you're just fast forwarding because you didn't watch the first bit, you missed out. You missed out. Literally. When I was telling you secrets about Andy Ride, you definitely want to go back. I'm not going to tell you where. You're just going to have to go back somewhere in the video. Is this misadvertising? If you actually go back and there aren't any secrets. I mean, look. What's the worst that's going to happen? Right? You're going to leave a thumbs down. Don't leave a thumbs down. I'll tell you a secret. Who's going to TFU KCON? TFU KCON is literally a couple of weeks away. A week after the half marathon that I'm doing for Mary's Meals. Can't believe how quick it's come around. When we first, I say first agreed, when we talked about me doing it, it was ages away. And now it's like literally a month. Struggling a little bit with an Achilles problem at the moment. Oh, well, that hasn't gone very well, has it? I've done it the wrong way. But see, this is my point. You start trying to rush and you start thinking that you know what you're doing. You end up doing it the wrong way around. That's what happens. I start thinking about the half marathon. Yeah, struggling with a bit of an Achilles problem at the minute. It's one I've had for a few years, if I'm honest. It's not been brought on by well, I mean, it has been brought on by the training, but it's not been brought on by the training, if you get me. It was an old problem that I thought I was going to get away with. And I put this on the wrong way around. Standard. Yeah, so I think I had a time in mind for the half. It's not going to be what I wanted it to be in terms of time, I don't think. But it's not what matters. I'm not doing it to try and win the race or anything like that, because that wasn't a possibility. But it's 30 miles. You want to get around it as quick as you can, don't you? You know what I mean? There's got things to do. Got to wash the car and stuff. I won't be washing the car. But I think, the important thing is that I don't lose sight of why I'm doing it. So whilst I have been a bit fed up with the Achilles, in all honesty, I'll get round. So if you see me at TFU KCON the following week, if you see me at TFU KCON the following week, you can say, I definitely knew that was happening, because Pete said about it in his Blokees video that he's been struggling with it. It's my right Achilles, if you're interested. I don't know how much of a difference that really makes, but there's his right arm, but it starts to take shape now. So again, we need to add in his little, I'm going to call it a hand thing. And that flicked off. I've been quite good, actually, where I haven't actually managed to lose anything. Touch wood. Let's be honest. Just because I haven't doesn't mean I won't. Oh, come on. These bits are fiddly. Oh, don't mess me about, Soundwave. Come on. Play nicely. No, okay, don't. You know what? It's fine. We'll add those in a second. So, what we got next? The crotch. And then onto the body. So, here we've got some arms. Let's get the fist out of the way. We're not using that one. And a head. Right. Crotch. A2. A2. We haven't touched any of A2 yet. That's A1. A2. Okay, A2 22. A2 23. A2 9. Oh, we could be onto a winner here, ladies and gentlemen. A2 11. And A2 7. Oh, crotch is going to be easy then. Crotch is one of those words. I don't know why. But I call crotch a crutch and crutch a crotch, which can get wildly confusing. Well, wildly confusing, not to me. I know what I mean. But no one else does. Very clever. I haven't really shown some of the detail. Right, why aren't you going on? Because you're not lined up. You do need to make sure when you've got several pegs, I guess like any model kit, that things are lined up. Okay, so we need his nickies, his nicky nacky news. So there's the front, or the front of them, nice bit of detail. B39. Ah, here we go. Okay, so detail, non-detail. So which way around? Obviously, doesn't matter. These ones. And now he is starting to take shape. You can probably hear my stomach growling. I'm quite hungry. So there's Nicky's. Oh my God, we're 34 minutes in already. If you're still watching, well done. If you're not, I don't blame you. If you're just joining in, well, you've literally missed a riot so far. So now on to the body. So you pull out the little safety tab, and now if I tap this, a light should come on. Oh, there you go. Oh, the world's worst torch. Right, okay, let's get the body. So we need some red bits. He's going to start forming his colour, and we also need the head peg. So that goes on. Now, I'm not going to say I've done this the wrong way before. However, I've done this the wrong way before. So I'm going to make sure I do this the right way. A1, no, A2. Oh, these look like his arm sockets are different to previous. So slide that on there. I haven't been checking that you can see actually what I'm doing. That'd be awkward. Cut. Got to do the whole lot again. Last 35 minutes has been absolute nonsense. Back to the beginning. Clear your schedules. Roll in again. Oh, here we go. Now we're starting to gather some momentum. Now we're on to the chest piece. Right, B3, 5. B3, 5. Oh, looks like we're doing the tape deck. There's not a tape deck. Bear with. Oh, no, that's quite nice. Can you? Oh, there you go. I mean, it doesn't really show much, but that fits in there, which is in quite flush. Then where is, there we go. Right, try not to get my grubby fingers on it or break it. It does open. That'd have been quite cool if they could have incorporated a cassette in it, but you know, they haven't. Doesn't exactly make it bad. So this will go on there because the LED will shine through, he says. Hang on, jumping the gun again. So rockets. So B28, B27, and A13, A14. Oh, we haven't got into A1s yet. Okay. So A1 3 goes at the front. Do, 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 do. Which way round? This way round. No, this way round. Hang on. Okay, perfect. So make sure that that's the right way round. To go that way. Apologies if there's not great viewing with my fat fingers in, but it's really hard to try and do it and get it on the camera, and I'm just making excuses. The good YouTubers can do it. Maybe one day. One day will be my time. Oh, come on. And then pow. Pow. So this goes in here. Right, perfect. Right, where's the other piece? There it is. Right. Oh, he's got a little C25. Missed the eject button. How's he going to get the cassettes out if there's no eject button? Right. Push them together. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? The good thing about Blokees is they do suddenly come together really well. And C25. Is that it? Oh, another fiddly one. Why do they make the little one so small? Needs to be big blocky things. Blokees. Needs to be big blocky things so I can get my reach out to the show if you've been trying to put a blockage together and lost a piece, or it's flown out of your hands because you've got big caveman fingers like me. We could start a support group. Do you know what? I'm going to leave that for the minute. I'm just going to get mad. Let's put the head on. Ta-da! See what it looks like with his left arm on, right arm, and his Calvin Kleins. Magnificent. Yes, I know, he doesn't look right because he hasn't got an eject button. I get it. Shouting at the TV or your mobile device at home. Why can't Pete get the eject button in? Well, it's a great question. That's a question you should have asked yourself, Megatron. But it's on now, so joke's on you. Huh. Doesn't add anything to it anyway. Right, legs. Let's pick up the pace because we're already at 12 hours and you've got to go to work and so have I. Right, left leg. Left leg. So A215. That's not even A2, that's A1. Right, A215. A212. Oh, come out too far. Sorry. I do apologise. A111. So much waiting around. What's he doing, people are saying? I wonder if all like the famous YouTubers have got like people that get the stuff ready for them. Like oh, do it sideways. Great start. Then we get C1, see them all. Yeah, I do write my own material. I know it's surprising, really, isn't it? We don't actually have a scriptwriter on the show. Maybe we should have. Maybe one day we will. So, C1. That doesn't go on that one, does it? That one goes on that one. And that one goes on that one. Again, that's why it is quite intuitive. Good English. Because you can't really go much further if you do put a piece wrong. Unless you build a whole limb and then realise you've got the forearm the wrong way round. And then you have to unbuild it. But because it's so well made, it's really hard to get the pieces apart. I've never done that, honestly. Never, ever. That's the new drinking game, isn't it? Have you ever put a blockey on incorrectly? Yes. Yes, I have. Yes. Oh, he's got little speakers in his legs. So, obviously the leg will, he says, bend. That's his knee. And he's got a speaker on the back. Pick up the pace, he says. Showing you the detail. Before you know it, he had to ring it in sick with work because he's still building a blocky. Right, there's a leg. Right, what we're looking for next, ladies and gentlemen, B3, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So what do we think about the tariffs then, without getting all political? Is it going to impact us as toy collectors, whether it's Transformers or other things? Or do we think that people will resolve the challenges and deals will be made? I hope so. I think certainly on a Transformer aspect, you know, we know that the biggest markets are out in the US. So anything that, you know, really impacts the US could be potentially damaging for the brands we love. But let's hope that sense prevails and things get resolved without costing everybody too much money, and more importantly, damaging the manufacturer of what has been some truly remarkable toys at the minute. Certainly impacting Blokees, right? Blokees are a Chinese company, and they'll be looking to the US to provide a lot of their market. If it impacts on that, becomes restrictive, does that impact Blokees' ability to continue going? I mean, I don't want to put a dampener on it. I mean, you know, we're talking about building a toy rather than starting to discuss the economic impacts of import and export. But it's important, right? This could be this. Oh, let's put the leg on. Well, initial thoughts, very leggy. Definitely a design of the TF1 characters. Leggy McLegason. Right, what do I want? A214. Where are you? Where are? See, it is starting to help now though, because we're getting towards the end. So as we're getting to the ends of sprues, you can chuck them out of the way, so they're not taking up valuable real estate. Valuable real estate. Such an American word. Ba-ba-bum. Apologies if you can still hear my stomach. I'm a little bit hungry. What are you having for dinner? What have you had for dinner? What are you having for lunch? What are you having for breakfast? This one goes on the front. Gathering some speed now. No, yes. Another sprue done. Pow. Get that out of the way. Oh, my stomach's really bad. You reckon they have this on set? The microphones are that good, they will be able to pick up when Christian Bale and Tom Hardy are fighting in Batman, and they have to do a couple of takes because all they can hear is Tom Hardy's stomach growling. I don't know why I picked them. I don't feel like watching the film, if I'm honest. Anyone going to watch TF1 over the weekend? Inspired by the Blokees that you've seen? I think I will be. Feels like an Easter film. Feels like a real nice Easter Sunday film. Well, it's any day of the week film, to be fair. B3. Oh, the last two bits on B3. Oh, suddenly all of the plastic has been removed. I just want to place on record a reasonably skilled individual can rattle through this a lot quicker than I have. I've made it. I haven't made it. Wish I'd made it. Which way around? What have I done? Too bad we made it. It could probably be done a lot quicker if you weren't talking or enjoying yourself. Hopefully you have enjoyed yourself. I mean, look, if nothing else, it's some easy listening in the background if you're on a all hands call that perhaps you don't need to listen to. Oh, well, this isn't good, is it? Right, yeah, bend that around. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Oh, white line fever like they get in rugby. You can see the try line. Picking up the pace, last 100. Let's make a running reference. Who's doing a marathon? Who's doing a marathon this? With any of the watchers of this video doing a marathon? Boston's going to be coming up. London's coming up. Spring marathon season. If you're doing one, I wish you all the very best. It's not something I've done. I'd love to do one. But I think the half for the time being is going to be plenty far enough. Let's get his ankle in. Get in. And if this video isn't your thing and you want to just enjoy some photos, check out our socials. Jamie's been taking, well, he can only take exceptional photos. And there we go. Come on, why aren't you standing up? What's going on? You're a bit on the wonk. What's going on? Oh, I'm not done. Probably doesn't help that the mat isn't the fattest. Let's get that out of the way. Get all this other rubbish out of the way. So what else we got? We've got the base. We've got some hands. Let's get one of the bases out and just stick him on. And we'll do a quick comparison. With Prime and Megatron, as you've probably seen lurking around in the background. I've said this before in all my videos. Right, TFN. Right, if anyone from TFN's watching this, do me and the fandom a favour. Put on a panel where you're taught how to pose figures. Or just put a panel on just for me. Because I can't do it. Right, what are we doing with a flick here? Come on. Yes. So here we go. Soundwave. Come on, let's have a look. Awesome. The blue really pops. Very metallic. Makes it look die cast. And it isn't. It's all plastic. You've watched the build. I've made it look harder than what it is. It's very enjoyable. I wouldn't even say it's a puzzle, because it's not. It's so so self-explanatory, he says, having gone wrong 2 or 3 times. You know, I'm the issue, not Blokees. Let me get these lined up. Very poseable, as you can see. But the joints are still pretty tight as well. Let's move the camera down a little bit. Yeah. What do I prefer? I think of a bit like, so the classic class for me are the Muppets, and the Galaxy ones are the Muppet Babies, shrunk down, you know, little versions of a beloved character. Get Megatron's eyes on. Yeah, can you see the red? And let's come down a little bit. Go on. Oh, you get one on and the other one goes off. There we go. Yeah, awesome. Is he as good as Starscream? He's on a par. The colours really pop. Really enjoyable. The detail is great. His face has so much character. I probably need to just not have a word with these legs, but just make sure these legs are in the right. Oh, there you go. There's a good start, isn't there? Hey, fixed him. Oh, imagine if we had someone that knew what they were doing. Where would we be then, ladies and gentlemen? All that's left for me to say is that's been Blokees Classic Class Soundwave. This has been Pete from Transformers The Show. We're live every Friday night at 8 PM discussing all things plastic robots. This show's going out just before the bank holiday weekend. If you've got a bank holiday weekend, enjoy yourself, whatever you do. Be safe. Have loads of chocolate, sweets, whatever it is you're going to indulge in. But have a great time doing it. And I'll be back with another video, probably Ironhide, soon. Bye for now.